Hey, we're live. It was faster than last time. Surprise, surprise! We like to surprise ourselves on this stream. That's how we do things. And now I've got to try to catch this because muting YouTube doesn't work for my own stream, apparently.
What?
I don't know.
I sent you the link.
Boop. There we go. Now it's muted. I'm good.
Muted.
So I hope we're set up right. Oh, yeah, my audio's on. I was thinking for a second I hadn't turned the audio on. But I did. So we are back for another write-in. I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves real quick. Yeah, so we're just going to go in the order that I see us on screen. So I'm going to start with Dana.
Hi, my name is Dana Gollin, and I write things, adult things, and that's what I'm going to be working on tonight.
Okay, CJ.
Hi, I'm CJ Bloyer. I write things as well. Tonight I am working on my nano project, which is still not done.
All right. And Tamara.
Hi, my name is Tamara Woods. I'm a cozy mystery author. I need to finish editing a chapter and then I'll be drafting things.
Awesome, awesome. You also are very sunny. Okay. And Lilith.
Hi, my name is Lilith Raven, and I think I might have strep, so you guys won't be able to hear my voice very well. But I'm just working on my fantasy Bloodcurse.
All right. Let me see if I can. I might be able to turn you up, but I don't know for sure if I can.
Okay.
But we'll work on that. I'll message you in a minute here, and we'll get it worked out. So yeah, I'm gonna say hello to some people in the chat. Oh, you guys know me. This is my channel. I'm Sarah. And my little camera thingy doesn't. All right. Let's see here. We've got Eva and Shannon, and Sky is here, and Persephone, and Tamara tried to trick me into saying her name, but she's here, of course. Samantha Graff, welcome, welcome. Michael is here, and Jennifer. Elizabeth Fairfax. Hello and welcome. Thank you for stopping in, whether or not you're available for the chat. We still like having you here.
Yes, we do.
Jean and Morgan. Aphrodite's here. Dahlia DeWinters, welcome, welcome. And Cachet is here. So that is everybody. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It's very exciting. What are you guys working on tonight? Let us know.
Full house tonight.
It's very awesome. I've seen some of these people throughout the day, so you guys have been working like all day long, and I salute you.
Yeah, we won't talk about my napping habits.
You know what? Sleep is good. Sleep helps your brain function.
Naps are bomb.
Yep.
I know everybody's moved, guys. Just FYI.
Oh,
I am Dana! Yay!
Yay! It's Minnie Monster's fault. It's all her fault. I told her not to come in, and she came in, and it just messed everything up.
Teenagers.
I know.
I blame Dana.
It's all my fault. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all good. We got you.
It'll be the ring around.
It just takes me a second to move everybody back around. Not a big deal. I just don't want anyone to panic because every once in a while it seems like people are real worried that I'm like it's a big deal. And at the end of the day, it'll be fine. So we'll be all right.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, CJ, your hair is darker. What happened? And Tamara, did you bleach your skin?
There we go.
I think we can all agree that Lilith has changed the most.
I can't see it yet. I'm looking for the YouTube real quick so I can see everybody chatting.
Put it in the chat.
Oh.
She's not in that chat, silly.
No. In the chat for the...
Oh, in the chat for the conversation? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can't open that or it screws up our order again.
So if you go to the group chat,
Okay.
In
There's
the
a-
bottom. Oh, go ahead. You
Yeah,
tell
there's
me
a
how to-
chat button at the bottom here of our screen. So
That's
there's
oh,
an
it might be
invite,
under
participant,
more.
share, chat, record.
Okay, I think I got it.
And there should be a link in there for you.
I forgot that thing existed.
You forgot what?
Oh,
forgot the
well,
chat that
just so you know, I put stuff in the chat all the time.
Well, that's
So you have been missing out.
Oh, Eva, thank you very much
None
for
of it is
buying it. I
important.
appreciate that. I hope you like it. I don't know which book you bought.
Mini
I don't know.
Monster.
now
is
that she knows you have books.
Yeah.
I know. I know. There was some mild
Yes.
drama with the fact that apparently nobody realized that I have books out.
And it seemed like I
Uh-oh.
was a snitch. Like I was like, oh, guess what, everybody? Here's a secret.
Yeah.
I just thought everybody knew. And no one knew.
Yeah, you know,
No.
honestly, I didn't realize that nobody knew. I don't know. I don't
Ooh, that's a good one, Ava. I mean, they're both good, but
Yeah.
Inside Darkness is excellent.
Yes, Jennifer. Mini Monster came home earlier today, and she is jet lagged, to say the least. But I'm glad that she's home.
Did she go back to school on Monday?
Yes. She got up at like 3 their time, which is like 1 o'clock my time, and then she flew across country, and yeah, so she's jet lagged. Apparently she's starving because I have no food in the house, which just means I don't have anything she likes.
Yeah.
And then her sinuses are all messed up because she went from cold, or no, actually she went from warm to cold, and everything's all crazy. So she's just a hot mess. So, but I'm glad she's back.
Where's those sweet hot Cheetos? She wants to know, I'm sure.
I know. Actually, I bought her donuts. I don't know why I didn't buy any donuts. But
Never buy me donuts.
she came home.
I know.
Oh, I
Keeping
will.
score
I will.
over here.
So she wanted to try burger from Burger King. What is it called? The Impossible Burger, the one that's like a veggie burger that's flavored meat.
Mm-hmm.
So she went and got the Impossible Burger this afternoon on her way home from the airport, and she bites into it and immediately like spits it out. She says that it tastes like canned dog food. And I was just like,
Gross.
oh yeah. And I was like, so we were sitting there talking, and I was like, you know what? I bet what they did was they took like vegetarians and they dressed them up as meatitarians and said, here's a burger. It's veggie burger flavored like meat. And they bit into it and they were like, wow, that's what meat's supposed to taste like. And it's all a lie. Okay. It's all a lie. It does not taste
I
like
had it. It was fine. It didn't
Yeah?
taste like, it just tastes like grilled thing. It
Grilled
wasn't,
thing.
yeah, it wasn't
grilled
quite
thing.
like meat flavor, but it was just,
I see, like,
You know.
because I watch a lot of Julian Solomita's cooking stuff.
Yeah.
I see him mixing it with other stuff
Uh-huh.
more, like they use the Beyond, but
yeah.
I see them doing things like they mix it with something else that also has some sort of meat flavoring, and so like I think that changes the texture. So I think
Yeah.
that's some of the thing is that like if you actually are vegan and you're making this food at home,
Right.
can you ask her to then it probably is better.
Right.
And then also if you're vegan, you can't compare it to yesterday's burger.
Yeah, no.
Right.
So there is that too, is that you're eating different stuff.
Right.
I'm not vegan by any stretch of the imagination. Just so you guys know. My fiance is behind me and he is eating Doritos. So when you guys see me and I'm covered in orange, it's his fault. Blame him. It's not my fault. What am I supposed to do? There's Doritos.
That's a fair point.
I
I'll-
think, yeah, that's totally legit.
I'll
Yeah.
mute myself and I'll have them while we're writing so that, you know,
Yeah.
you don't have to hear it as long as see the crumbs spit out of my face. I'm a lady.
Right?
Right.
All right, so everybody's cool doing 15.5s like usual, right? No change there. All right. So do we want to go ahead and start one? We're at like 7:13, so
Yeah. Doritos.
Let's do it.
Doritos.
I mean,
Also,
writing-
you're about to be blind, so
Yeah.
I can at least assist you in not having to be quite so in it.
the
So.
star god is mad at me.
Well, you know, the day
What
star.
did you do to anger it?
Breathing. CJ, do you want to count us down?
I can do that.
Go for it.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, sorry. Hello, and we are back. That is the end of the sprint.
Yay!
Hurrah!
Woo! We did it.
We survived.
All right, so how did
Look at my
everybody
bowl.
do?
Oh, that's super cute.
That is cute.
It's the
Wait,
Hulk.
what did I miss?
I'm holding up my
Oh, that
because I'm a nerd.
is really
I
cute.
like it.
I like it.
Hmm.
I'm all,
Oh man, my stomach got mad for a minute. I think it was that coffee that it didn't want,
Mm.
and it was just like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I didn't ask for this.
Right? All right. So how did everybody do?
I got a pathetic 100 words
Oh, that's not
because
pathetic.
I kept.
That's
It's pretty
good.
pathetic.
Yeah, I got like a page and a half edited, so Sky and I are kind of in the same boat. Like some words.
right on. I got like 20 some words, but I also had to solve the problems of the universe. So
Right.
I will accept those 20 words.
Word.
I got 9, and then I read an article.
You're fired.
The article that answers my question.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it was a completely separate article and not related to anything useful at all.
I ate Doritos. I opened my document. I did something. I don't know. I didn't finish anything. So
Oh,
not
my
even a
makeup all
spoiled
just fell
Doritos.
down.
Oh,
Well, not all of it, just the train case. So Samantha got 416. Jean got 208. Mary has been getting into the headspace of her draft. Shannon figured out her timeline. Aphrodite got 224. Caro is working on her newsletter for work.
oh man, I was supposed to do my newsletter today.
Oh, look at you.
Oh. No.
Key Clavis got edited 6 pages. Michael got 208. Yeah, so there we go. That's exciting. Got lots of people doing lots of work.
Yeah.
Getting
And
stuff
what-
done.
I'm like, what's going on with the cupcakes and brownies? I'm like, what?
They're
I mean, I
cupcakes
think
and
we all
brownies.
just like
Do
sugar.
they need an explanation? I didn't think they.
They exist and they are brownies are delicious.
Are you anti-cupcake?
I'm anti-cake. I don't like cake.
Controversial.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't. I do try it because everyone else loves it so much, and so like once or twice a year, I'm like, I'm gonna try it. And then I put it in my mouth, and I'm like,
Yeah. But is it a specific kind of cake you don't like? Is it the dry cakes, or you just don't like cake at all?
I'm just not a huge cake fan.
Yeah. I like a good moist cake, but I will actually scrape the frosting off the cake to get
Same.
to the beautiful moist cake. But if it's dry, I'm like,
I mix it
Yeah.
with ice cream.
oh, yep.
See,
What
and
about
ice cream
lava
is fine.
cakes?
Oh, chocolate
it
lava cake.
depends on how. So, I think the thing I don't like about them is that they taste like they're spongy.
Mm,
I think that's what I don't like about them.
okay.
So it's a texture thing.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think it's a flavor thing because I like chocolate brownies. I like strawberry things. I'm not a cake person, but I do like I like brownies and blondies and
Mhm.
other forms of cake-ish things. So I think it's a texture thing.
Right.
And I like pound cake, like the
Yeah.
thicker, heavier.
That has a different texture.
Yeah.
I get it. Texture stuff, you can't get past that.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I like the thick, the heavy cakes, and I like bread.
Mhm.
And regular cake is like somewhere in between, and it's not right. In my
Right.
mind, I put it in my. This is not right. It is not bread. It is not. What is going on over
What
there?
is that?
Can you hear them?
Is that the puppies?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want to see?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we need a puppy? Hold on a second.
We need a puppy
Mhm.
fix.
this is literally her job now.
Can I see this?
To bring the puppies.
Who is this one?
We got to bring the puppy magic every time.
Oh.
All right. This is the boy. He always, he's the smallest one, but he's the one that always like comes to me. So I'm starting to,
tongue.
I know. I'm starting to think that his name should be Eddie, like after Eddie Munster, because he just kind of has that like look, you know?
He's so cute.
He really is. And his face, I love how his face is getting darker. Like he's got a little mustache.
He does.
Yeah. I know, Tala. I know. I'll bring him back. Okay, yeah. Mama's looking for him.
Yeah.
I got him. He's okay. I got him. Yeah. I'm just showing it off.
They were born on Christmas for anyone who wasn't at like my stream where she introduced them to
Christmas
people.
puppies.
And they were surprise puppies.
Plus the girls too. And then this is his very much bigger sister.
She's like, what's going on? What's
I
going
know.
on?
She's like, I'm not in my nest and I don't have a tit. So why are you touching me? I don't understand this. But they are. I know.
Oh, look at that mouth.
Oh,
I know. Aren't they?
precious.
They are like, they're better than therapy. I'm telling you. I know. I'm bringing them back. I'm bringing them back. I know. Here you go.
Tala's like, no, that's mine. All right.
You know you have to do that at every stream now, right?
Yeah. I will. Monday morning over on my channel, we will be having coffee and puppies.
That sounds delightful.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And you know, honestly, like with everything that's been going on, it has really been nice to just be able to come in here and just sit and enjoy them. So, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And I'm glad that there was only 3. We've never had a litter of 3. But I'm kind of glad because it's like a perfect number. You can come in here and you can play with them and it's not overwhelming. Big litters are a little bit.
How many did she have the last time? Because there were a lot.
So last time she had 5, but her litters are typically 10.
Holy
Wow.
crap.
Yeah, but she's going to be 5 years old this year. And so even though that's not like super terrible old, I just think that it's like this is going to be her last go at it. And this one, she wasn't even in heat. And she was telling her man, now is the time. Today is the day. Get me pregnant. I was like,
Whoa.
yeah, I know. I came home and my husband was like, you're not going to believe what happened today. And so, you know, I'm talking to the vet and the vet's like, that's not right. And she probably isn't going to get pregnant. And shebang.
Surprise.
I know.
She's like, I know what I want.
A woman
like,
who knows her mind.
That's right. She was like, I was hungry. I needed some satisfaction.
Right.
She got it. So.
What are you working on, CJ? I see you like knitting or crocheting over there.
Yeah, it's a shawl for my friend. It's a Christmas present. So,
Oh.
you know, I'm right on time here. It has all these layers. So this is like 3, I think there's
Oh,
6
that's
colors
nice.
altogether. So this is the first three, and then there's a green and a purple, and then I think a darker brown that'll go in there too.
All right, do we want to do another sprint?
Yes, we should, because
Yes,
my phone
sure.
keeps yelling at me.
I thought that might be what that was.
Like, why aren't you working? What does it say right now? You are losing momentum.
Damn.
I know. It gets really sassy.
Yeah, it's a
That's why I don't
sassy
use
one.
that damn thing.
Sassy. It gets really sassy. I can't use words. All right. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go.
Mhm.
All right, that is the cuckoo clock. That is the time. How did everyone do? I got distracted and had taco problems.
Taco problems. Taco problems suck.
You know, it doesn't help my ridiculous crap that I still watch old episodes of Jersey Shore. And so, like, taco problems in my head is like meatball problems.
Oh my god.
I can't help it. I love it.
So trashy.
It is so trashy. It is, but Vinny and Pauly D like really make it for me. They're ridiculous, and it makes me happy.
Okay.
Take your
according-
happiness where you can find it.
Yeah.
Huh?
According to my calculator, I only wrote 6 words, but that doesn't make much sense. It's kind of weird.
Did you delete
And-
words?
You know what? Yes, I did. I did. I deleted some words and I moved them around a little bit. So maybe that's what it is. Oh, and speaking of Jersey Shores, I remember when that show first started and I kept asking people, like I kept hearing this word Snooki. And so finally I was like, I think it was in a doctor's office and I was talking to like my sister and I was just like, what the hell is a Snooki? And so she pulled up like video clips and showed me what a Snooki is. I was like, I thought they were talking about like a Pomeranian or something, which I mean,
To be fair, she is like this big.
Yeah.
She's tiny.
She has poofy hair too, you know.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
don't know if we'd know her name now if she hadn't gotten punched in the face in the first season.
oh, she did.
Like I think that really like people were like, we're gonna see a girl get punched in the face, and no, they didn't, but they really got excited about it.
Right.
So much drunken shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, and
that's
sometimes
not
I watch
me.
it and I'm like, oh, I miss that kind of stuff, and then other times I watch it and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy I'm not doing that shit. Like there's one where they're trying to get a new meatball, and they have them like there's a gnat and it's like going over my camera. They have them like take a body shot off of a gross old dude. Like that's specifically what they call it. And I'm just like, nah, dog. Mm-mm.
No.
No,
not
that wasn't a
cute.
thing I was doing ever.
Mm-mm.
But like day drinking, been there. In a hot tub, been there too.
Mm.
All right, Samantha got
I want a hot
232. Mary just started writing. We'll get another one going, Mary. It'll be okay. Shannon got 143. Michael got 182. And started the effing epilogue finally. I think you can say fuck in my
Yeah.
in my section. I can. I said fuckery earlier. Jean got 50 words and is looking up writing warming gloves. Her hands is code. Aphrodite got 267. That was Aphrodite got in one word. Aphrodite.
I like it. I like it.
That's her new nickname for when she's working.
That's right. Aphrodite.
Let's see. How many of you put your books on your website shop to sell? I
If
don't
I
have
had
like a
a-
me website right now.
I have a link on my website that will take you to the Amazon website to purchase my book. And I plan on doing that for all of my books. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. I have a link to the Amazon. I don't have a shop itself.
Yeah.
I've thought about doing that. I'm not sure of how much actually worth my time to do. I don't really get a lot of traffic to my website, so I don't know.
I decided against an actual shop on my website because I just don't have I'll be honest, I got so much going on that I just
Travis,
don't have
Can you stop
the
doing that?
time to like watch sales and stuff like that. So I figure if Amazon's willing to do it for me, why not?
Mm.
Okay. Let's see. Dun dun dun. What? When she goes mobster. Oh, Snooki. I'm like, who's going mobster? What is happening?
Aphrodite.
Oh, Aphrodite. No, yeah. She probably doesn't want to be Aphrodite in that way.
I think that the Snooki is on a new show
She is.
called How Far is Tattoo Far?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will admit that I do enjoy watching people and their like stupidity when they go and let their friends who are pissed at them put permanent tattoos on them, because I'm just like, that's a bad idea. And they're like, yeah, well, we're best friends. And like, he's about to put like a big old wiener on your forehead.
If you enjoy that, you should watch God, what is it called? This is the British version. I'll look it up and I'll let you know.
Yeah, I do watch that one too.
And it's just like it, except accents.
Yeah.
And it's splendid. Like
yeah,
every episode is a different array of British accents.
Yep.
Saying terrible things, drawing dicks on each other. It's lovely.
Yeah. And like sometimes the words that they use, you're like, ooh, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's very slangy, and British slang is like, it moves fast.
Yeah.
What is it called?
No. Hold on.
I haven't
Because
been
now
watching.
you guys got me curious.
I haven't been watching Snooki on that, but she has a interior design show that she hosts with her husband.
Yeah.
So I've watched her on that because I'm a sucker for that kind of thing.
What is it called? It's great. The announcer says tattoos. It's the best thing ever.
I know. I was like, did you forget the other T? But
Where is it?
I'm starting to notice that in like the British language, if they hit the T, it's like hard. It's like T, and if it's a silent T, they just forget it altogether. It's like what? Yeah.
They either pronounce it as a T or not at all.
Yeah.
Whereas here we do mostly D's. We do soft.
Yeah.
Soft D's. Soft T's.
And I want to say the first couple of times I watched her, and she said it was like, what is it, like tattoos?
It is. It's just tattoo of us.
Just tattoo of us?
Yes.
Yeah.
And, I kept thinking that couldn't be what it was, but that totally is what it is.
Yeah. And I kept hearing her mispronounce it, and I was like, is she saying what I think she's saying? And then that's when I finally got it together that, the English, as much as I admire them for some things, there are other things like the pronunciation of tattoo that I'm like, you're crazy.
Well, and it depends on where you're from.
Yeah.
Because
that's the thing, is like
here, like the more southern you go, the more of a drawl they have, the more northern you go, the harsher the sounds get, the more of a brogue they have. If you go to Wales, it's completely different altogether. Cornwall is Cornwall. I don't know how to describe the Cornwall accent.
And then there's Manchester, where they have the Carl Pilkingtons of the...
Oh, Manchester. I've never been to Manchester. No.
I know enough to know that I'm not interested.
Oh, wow. Which dialect is like the least favorable?
So what you think of as like typical British is the high, like that is learned. Mm-hmm. That is not a natural accent.
It's like the Atlantic, whatever, the language that, or the dialect that they would use in like 40s movies.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That is a dialect that was learned. That
it was
you went to school to be taught to talk like that.
Specifically taught, yeah. But like there's in England or in London, there's several different accents in the city of London. So you have like Cockneys, and my understanding is that you can only call yourself a Cockney if you were born within hearing of the bells of St. Mary Le Bow. which is one of the churches in the city of London.
Right.
And the city of London is very, very small. It's only a
Right.
mile square, and everything around it is like boroughs. So like you're only technically a Cockney if you were born within hearing of those bells. And that's about all I know.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but because they have so many different accents in such a small area, people come in from further, like from more different areas
Yeah.
to the show. So the show has like this array of accents.
Right.
And it's just, it is like you turn it on and you think you know what you're going to get, and somebody gets on there and you're like, what the hell are they
Nope.
saying? Every once in a while, there's somebody whose accent is so thick, they have subtitles
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the accent. And I'm just like, wow, this is real getting silly.
Yeah. Like I know sometimes the female host, when she gets like real worked up, you wish she had subtitles because it's just like, and then
She
you
used to
you like
do.
strain to see what the words are.
She used to be the host of the Extra Factor, which was like the X Factor auditions that didn't make it onto the X Factor. And I have a deep love for really bad music auditions.
So bad.
It's deep, very deep.
It
So
hurts
I
me.
was already familiar with her because of that,
Right
and I
on.
kind of already get her voice. But it is she has a real strong accent for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And go like,
Do we want to do another sprint now that we've talked about British accents from an American point of view, which I'm sure is entirely accurate?
oh yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it could be a very interesting like subplot somewhere.
Yeah, let's do this. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. I have to get to the window where I can turn it off. Okay, it just kept cuckooing. All right. How did everybody do?
I think I did better this time.
I finished editing one chapter and started on another.
Awesome. I did, unmeasurable things.
I got one sentence. But I'm proud of that. It's a good looking one sentence.
That, you know what? It's a sentence more than you had before you started.
Right?
That's right. And
Um,
if it's a good looking one, you won't probably have to spend a whole lot of time editing it. So
It's a pretty sexy sentence, so
well, apparently Michael started the epilogue and then had to go add some stuff to another chapter again. Key Clavis is correcting a timeline using an alien calendar. Aphrodite is at 5:06. Shannon got 10. Jean got 136. Mary got a chapter started. Awesome. I know that Lilith is not feeling great, so she was going to actually take off for the evening. You're always welcome to come back, but if you want to
Thank you.
just kind of do a quick closing and then you can take off.
okay. I'm not really sure what to say.
Usually,
you guys-
it's just kind of like who you are again, where people can find you, if you have anything that's coming soon that they want to look out for.
Okay. My name is Lilith Raven. I have the YouTube channel Writing with Lilith. And right now I'm working on my Blood Curse novel that's not going to be out until probably 2 months from now. But you guys can go to my channel and find information about that.
Awesome. And she's got links down below, just like everybody else here. So we will let you go so you can go feel better.
All right. Thank
So-
you.
Have a good night, and let me know if you want to join again.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Feel better.
All right, I'm going to have to readjust everything, so everybody calm down.
She
wait.
seems nice.
Who am I now?
You guys, you're all like cut in half.
Oh, is it the good
It's
half?
magical.
I hope it's the good half. Mine.
Well, it's like a corner of you, and then the top of your head, and then
It's so weird.
Oh, okay. I'm like, my stream must be lagging.
I'm two people at once.
Yeah.
you won't be when I get done here. You guys are so fucking annoying.
It's like my
Love
cheek
you.
in Tamara's hand. That's pretty cool. It's very Picasso-y. Just leave it like that.
It'll be fine.
Everybody loves it.
That's right.
Do, do, do.
Oh, Mary Wimbley says it's an author 2 puzzle.
And then magic will happen. You guys won't see it for a few seconds, but everybody else sees it as soon as they hear that.
Yeah. What?
We've been spliced. Yeah, that's what happens if you use OBS the way I do. I could just capture the screen and just leave that up there as a box, but I don't do that. I don't know why. I just frickin' don't.
Sarah likes to do things the hard way.
I do.
Always.
That's a thing.
It's part of your too much.
Yeah, I do have that too much, Gene.
What's the matter, Tyler?
See, now you're all back to normal.
Oh.
I mean, you're kind of off in weird corners, but that
It works.
you're by your names,
Yeah.
right? I got you all by your
Right.
names.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it's not just pieces of us. That's important.
Right. Just a chunk of Dana over here.
Yeah. Sometimes a chunk of Dana is all you really need.
Sometimes it's enough.
Oh, good lord.
That's right.
All right. Ta-da!
Oh,
So, yeah. Thank you, Aphrodite. I'm glad somebody appreciates my too much, Gene. That's my train case doesn't, my wallet doesn't, my giant box of makeup palettes doesn't. My too many cats in this apartment don't. My husband does not appreciate it at all.
Yeah, but you only have one of him. So he should appreciate that.
Yeah, he probably would be better off if somebody else would like
If there were two,
step
they
in.
could balance you out.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I'm always like, every now and again, I'm like, you know what? My husband could have done so much better than me. And then I stop and I think, no, because I'm wonderful and no one's going to put up with his bullshit like I do. So,
That's right.
Well,
That's
see,
true.
I
can
have
fix
the added
each
bonus
other.
of I know the 3 women that he made children with, so I know. No, I'm up there.
yeah.
Talking about
Hi,
how
Reagan.
how whether or not you can do way better than me. He's just like he's done with me.
Oh, you have that.
Oh goodness.
I know. Meeting.
I might have a too much gene problem when he divorces me and I have to go figure out what I'm gonna do with myself. It's like this bitch just talks about me on the internet like a crazy person.
You can come live with me.
Well, that's good.
It's always kind of weird when you beat the baby mama when you meet the baby mama. Fortunately, my now spouse's baby mama drama fell off the face of the earth, so she wasn't really a problem. So I was like, yay, it worked.
That does make things simpler.
Yes, it does.
Well, I work in a family law office now, so like I would definitely do things different if I'd worked there then, because I know more about like the court system and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just kind of, you do what you can with what you've got, and I just like giving him shit because
Because you can.
right.
Claire,
Hello, Claire. Welcome.
how are you doing? Can you breathe? She's in
Yeah, for real.
Australia.
Yeah.
How's it going over there?
For real.
No, they can't see you.
Did she
All right.
sneak in under the radar?
Well, I had to cover my camera a bunch because we had her sneak in, and then we had the older ones come in and have to chit chat. And so when you go back for the replay, you're going to be like, wow, what happened to Dana? There's her palm, there's a sticky note, there's all kinds of things, but no Dana.
I have a thing on my camera that just slides. It covers my camera. It's just a slider. It's actually from LawPay, which is the company that we use at my office to take payments. But they sent it, and I don't need it at work. And I was like, I'm gonna take this tiny piece of plastic home.
Oh, wow.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like a little slider,
Yeah.
totally, and it's just sticky.
Yeah.
Just pop it
Now
on
it
the camera
doesn't,
and slide it over your lens.
My camera actually came with a little cover, so I can.
Right.
flip it
Sometimes they
up.
do, yeah.
Hold on.
Now
Are
that
you
it
gonna-
has become very
Aw.
evident that people can break into your computer and like film you,
Right.
they've started to be a little more.
I think she's gone. Hold on.
What are you doing there? She's muted herself. She's talking. I don't know what the hell's happening.
I love her.
She's just trying to wrangle all of the crew.
Moderately hazardous, Claire says.
What-
Zoinks.
Oh, good. Only moderately.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's. I don't even know. I don't like words.
No.
All right. So if you guys are looking for family members, I'm giving some away. Okay.
Oh.
They're Interruptus Maximus. And so my 20-year-old came in to tell me how frustrated he is because he can no longer buy cigarettes or lighters because he's now 21.
Right.
I think is like bullshit. And then he comes in and he's like, hey, I just stole your blanket back. Where do you want me to hide it? Like, and now I got another one.
Bionese mama.
Yeah, Dana's like super. I wonder if she's this popular when she isn't streaming, or if this is a byproduct of her streaming.
Oh
Because-
no, this is all the frickin' time. Like
You know
I-
these milk chocolate ones?
I am getting ready
Never
to
mind.
make a
Never
sign
mind.
that says if the door is closed, it's because I'm working and you need to stay the fuck out of my office. End of discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, it's like I'm trying to work, guys. I'm trying to get work done. And there's this new advertisement for those like master
Ugh.
classes where the woman's like the worst thing that kills writing is interruptions. And I'm like, yeah, it's amazing I ever get anything fucking written in this craziness.
Do you know where I put that purple fluffy stuff?
She's just back there going,
No, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'll look for your purple fluffy stuff later. And that's the other thing. Like I have to find everything. Okay. I have to find everybody's everything. So when it gets lost, they're like, Mom, have you seen this random obscure thing that I haven't known about for 5 years, but I need it right this second now? It's like
Yeah, Sailor is aware that my response to that would be, how the fuck would I know where you put your stuff?
I don't even know.
I have
where
no
my
idea
stuff
where
is.
you'd put it. I know where I'd
Right.
put it. It would be probably stupid. So check stupid places, I guess. I don't know.
right? Well, yeah, and it's like I don't know.
I agree with Jean. You may need to invest in a door lock.
Well, my door does lock.
Or a machete.
I do have a machete as well because when you're camping and stuff,
Right.
you have to be able to.
Right.
But I do have.
And also when you have to kill the people who left your son to drown in a lake.
Yes,
That
Yes.
also requires a machete.
yes, it does.
Wait,
It does.
what? I feel like I missed a
I'm
string.
gonna spoil a 40-year-old movie or some shit, but in Friday the 13th, the first movie is actually Jason's mother.
No!
What?
Spoilers.
Sure.
Yes.
I love you.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Hold on.
What?
So, what about Jason's mother?
The first Friday the 13th movie, the killer is Jason's mother.
Really?
Yes.
How did I not know this? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go rewatch it. Holy crap. Is it like obvious?
Yes. That was like the twist at the end.
That was
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, and I knew that. That's like Sarah's fault.
Yeah, CJ knows way more about horror than she ever intended to.
Ever,
Okay.
ever in my life.
Now that you guys have seen a moment in my life, can you imagine what it's like when I'm trying to watch a movie?
That's a fair point.
So I've actually stopped trying to watch movies in their entirety. It's like, pause. Okay, I quit. So, okay, I'm going to go
That's
watch
part of the
this.
reason I watch TV shows is because I can make it through about 44 minutes.
Yeah,
And after that, then I have to, I get ants in my pants.
yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what I need to do? What I need to do is I need to get well, you know what? I need to start streaming movies on my phone. Because if I lock this door, they will go and they will get the little tuna can opener and they will unlock the door so that they can come in thinking that something's happened to mom. Why would mom possibly want to not be interrupted in her office? So what I do from time to time when I just need to be left alone is I go into the bathroom, I'll turn the cold water on in the shower and I lock the door. And then some certain little girl will sit on the outside of the door waiting. And I know she's there, but I'm like, whatever. I'm going to read this chapter or I'm going to watch this freaking show. So, yeah,
Does she
Wait.
stick her hand under the door, or is she past that point?
she's past that point. But she will she'll like press up against the door and like rub on it with like her back, so she reminds me that she's out there waiting for me. And she does get to the point where she stops. She's like, okay, I'm getting bored waiting for mom, but now she'll text me, are you almost done? Like,
Good
get out
God.
of this. I know. And you know what's funny though? Like 90% of the time it's her. And my boys are like, okay, we're gonna leave mom alone. We're gonna leave mom alone. But when they do come looking for me, it's for the dumbest shit on the planet. Like I know you taught me how to do my laundry like 10 years ago, but where does the soap go? Anyway, all right. I'm done.
Bye, Caro.
Guys,
Thank you for coming.
have a good sleep.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, a squirt bottle.
Oh.
Just squirt them in the face when they're being.
Everyone's all like, "You're so nice, Dita.
Yeah.
You're such a good people."
Who's a good people?
The
Yeah,
Dana.
me.
I mean, they don't talk to her in private, so they might think that.
Oh, the shade! Just throw the whole damn tree. Woo.
That's right.
To be fair, when Sarah talks shit to you, it's because she loves you.
I know.
If she's polite to you, it's because you done fucked up.
Or I don't know you very well.
Well, there's that.
There's that.
Yeah, it takes me a minute, but like, if I give you shit, that means I actually like care enough to give you shit.
Right.
If she calls you mean names, it's because she loves you.
Yeah, I'm probably a mental health study, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I say as long as
Send me a
you
questionnaire, I'll
know
answer.
that it's a thing,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not bad.
I don't go after things that like actually upset people usually.
Yeah.
That typically is not my thing. CJ has we've been that's been a thing. We did not meet each other with flip-flops like my friend in middle school and I did though. So that's good.
No.
I've improved as the years have gone on.
Good. Growth.
Oh yeah. I
can smell someone's barbecuing.
Damn it.
Oh
You need to go make a friend.
yeah.
How do I do that?
I don't know. I've never made one.
Yeah.
They always come to me and they're like, hey, we're going to be friends. And I'm like, okay. I guess.
And once again, their too much gene takes over and you're stuck with them for like 20 years.
20 years.
I do tell them to Google a lot of stuff. She's begging for cookies.
Did your dog just get saucy with you?
Yes, because I have cookies on my desk, and she's sass mouthing me because she wants cookies.
She just had babies. You give her cookies.
I'm like, I'm gonna give you cookies when I'm ready to. I want it now. I don't want to wait for you. But yes, most of the time I tell them Google it.
Google it.
Because they drive me insane.
Can I tell you how grateful I am that there was not Google when I was a child and I asked my mother things?
Yeah.
Or when I was a preteen or a teenager. Or really until I was 30.
My mom made me look things up in the encyclopedia. And then when I got to high school, I realized that my mom's encyclopedias were so outdated that the information I learned was no longer relevant. And I was like,
incorrect.
I know. I'm like, I've just now filled my head with useless facts. Thanks.
I was like a teenager, like in high school, and we went to my grandma's house. And I was like, Dad, there's a whole set of encyclopedias in here. And he's like, hold on, watch this. And he opens it up, and Einstein is not listed as dead.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
I don't know where they came from. I don't know what the fuck. I have no idea.
Oh, man.
I was just like, I give up. I'm done with your whole family.
That's beautiful.
we were having a conversation about that, but it was more of like how West Virginia education system was so behind the times. It was like when we were in school, was learning stuff from like the 70s. Oh, such a mess.
I mean, he died in 1955, and my dad was born in 1950. So
I wonder when they got the encyclopedia.
I'm wondering if my grandfather joined my grandmother and father joined like a monthly encyclopedia thing when they had my dad, thinking we'll have a whole encyclopedia set by the time he needs it.
I think my mom did
People
that,
did crazy
but
things like
she
that in the
stopped at
50s.
like letter D.
Yeah.
My
They
parents
didn't have the
have
whole
one. Well, I'm sure. I think I threw it out when I cleaned out their basement. It had flooded a couple times, but they had the whole set, but like I think they bought it over like 3 years or something.
Yeah.
So it was kind of ridiculous.
I saw that they were actually selling a physical set of encyclopedias, the entire physical set, for like $800.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
Why would you do that now? Like, there's no reason at
I
all.
don't know. I don't know. It was like you could buy like one of those Google Home Assistant things.
Yeah. If you really want
less
access to an encyclopedia, you can get the Encyclopedia Britannica. You can get a subscription to it online,
Right.
and it's up to date. Or you can go to Wikipedia.
Right.
Or
Or I'm sure there's like dozens of other companies, but like even
Yeah.
like Encyclopedia Britannica is now internet based.
Yeah. No more.
Their last, I know this. Their last printed edition was like 2007 or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
If
doesn't
I
surprise me.
had like the home library of my dreams, I would want to have an actual reference.
Would you?
Yes. Yeah, I would love that. I would love to just have it.
I wouldn't necessarily want one that was up to date anyway, though. Because I don't think I'd be using it like that. I think it would be
Yeah.
like a...
It'd be a thing that I would have there. That'd be like that looks so nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I
I
have
think
the
it would be
set
an
now.
aesthetic thing and not really like a functional thing.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't make sense.
2010.
Like, you're on your computer getting ready to figure something out. Why would you get up or even just dig through an encyclopedia when you can just ask Google?
Right. I would want like an antique set. I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a...
Yeah.
Or like if you had like, she is just.
She's a sass mouth. I'm telling you.
Yeah, the last edition was published in 2010. It spans 32 volumes and 32,640 pages. But it's the
Wow.
It was the English language encyclopedia that was in print for the longest time. It lasted 244 years.
Oh wow.
Wikipedia.
No more. No more.
Do you think she'll believe you?
No, she's gonna sit there. Watch, she's gonna sit there and she's gonna give me the stink eye, and then she's gonna give me some sass mouth.
I mean, between her and the cat, you are trained.
Yeah.
You really are that. You're their bitch. You gotta tell them who's boss. Be like, nah, bitch, get your own cookies.
She's like, it's too late for that.
You better grow thumbs.
You better grow it up.
Open the door for yourself. She just drank a bunch of water. I'm all, open the door yourself. She lifts up her face and it's all drool and water. Oh man, she is something else. Yeah, I do. I need to. But Shira's actually gotten a lot better. She's much more pleasant than she was before, and now she comes to her name and she's like, okay, we can be friends. She's not.
How
like,
old is she?
She's a little over a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zucktamoy knows her name, but does not give a fuck.
Yeah. Well.
The other two are pretty good about coming to their names. Mr. Crowley is
Yeah.
just like real old, so he's real sleepy.
Yeah. She's like, if you want me, you come over here and get me and then attack. No, the other day I was cleaning out Shira's litter box, and okay, here, this is how it begins. She's gonna stare me down.
I don't think.
And
Oh, I've got your whole thing. Good. I've got your whole that side in on screen so people can actually see her being an ass. Oh God.
so
Ugh.
she so I was cleaning out her litter box, and I wasn't paying attention to her. She went out and she was running around, and I called her name, and the next thing I know, she like comes running in at me and like grabs my leg, and of course I'm like, I'm being attacked. And it was just Shira, like, you called me, here I am, I'm gonna climb you like a tree.
She's just sitting in that corner, just like, I'm just here.
I'm
See me?
waiting.
Watch me wiggle my ears a little. Oh,
I need a cookie.
she is
Pants.
talking shit.
They can see
Woman, you know what I want.
What do you
She's like, I know they can hear me. I hope they can see me too.
Give up the snacks.
What
Letting
do you
me
want?
starve to death.
What?
She's so pretty.
Oh, thank you. I know, she's.
Such a pretty girl.
What do you want? She's laying down. But she's still. Let me see. You're gonna see the messy floor. There she is.
She's really looking at you like, why are you laughing?
Shit too.
What are you doing?
Yep.
She's calling you names.
Oh yeah. Yep. I am not the master of my own life.
No.
Word.
All right. Here you go. Yep. Scarf it down. That's the last one. No more. She's like, whatever, Mom. You know I'm getting more. Oh, man.
Do we want to do another one before we wrap?
Sure.
I would like to.
That'd
I'm
make it
on.
an even number.
Word.
Life of the zookeeper.
All right.
I have like this scratchy back of my throat thing, and every once in a while my body just gives in and it's like, try to move it, try to move it. It's not anything, it's
Yeah.
just scratchy because I live in the Midwest and I sleep with my mouth open.
Right?
Oh,
So.
man. Well, hot, salty water cures everything. I'm telling you.
Oh no, I am a proponent, and the other people in this house act a fool about it when I ask them to. Like I asked them to tear off their toenails.
What do you need to do?
Yeah, it sucks. Move on.
Same.
Fucking do it and shut up.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. What is wrong
I'm
with
talking
them?
about you. Love you.
Talking straight shit on the internet.
Yeah, I'm talking
right.
smack on the internet. I got this slitted eye.
You got taller. You got
I
taller.
got solid.
She's talking about you. Yeah, she's laughing at you. That way.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Sorry, I lost track of time again.
Yeah.
Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. It went off for a good 10 seconds before I actually pushed the button, so if one of us is going cuckoo from it, it's me.
It was a good loss of time.
I found lipstick. There's lipstick here. There's lipstick here. What the hell happened? I don't know.
Did you like at any time like cross your?
Maybe when I sneezed.
When you
Maybe.
coughed.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm a train wreck. The train
You
has
and
gone
me
off
both.
the rails. It's now in the neighbor's yard. Knocked down a fence. There's cows loose. It's crazy. All right.
Did I see that right? Did you say that there was some kind of hostage thing going on?
Yeah, like across town from me, there. Last I knew, and last the news reported, there was still a hostage situation going on that started at like 2, between 2 and 3, and it's 9 now. So, yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bank. Well, credit union.
That's
So
awesome.
Wow.
like-
That's
I-
gonna end well.
I think they're indicating it was a burglary or a
Gone bad.
robbery, and that just everybody couldn't get out.
Hmm.
But yeah, I keep going back and checking it because it makes me like sad.
Well, yeah, that's a scary situation.
Well, and that's in a good neighborhood too.
Jeez.
Oh, the Rockford Hood.
Well, I
special.
was actually able to get 96 words that time.
Awesome.
Yeah, and only like a minimal amount of interruptions.
Ooh.
I know.
Claire got 512. Jean got
Nice.
256. Mary almost finished a chapter.
Excellent.
I got 260.
I got halfway through a chapter of edits.
I
Very
got
nice.
distracted.
I
Aphrodite got 428. Eva thinged more things.
Yay.
Sky started editing and then got distracted. Sky and her in the same destruction boat.
So distracting.
feel that.
Aphrodite, yes, there are good neighborhoods, in theory, but it's really like people who feel fake safe.
Yeah.
I used to like, because I went to a high school in a much nicer neighborhood than because we had carved out spaces. So I lived on the west side of the river, which almost no one in my school lived on. Well, at least anyone I associated with lived on my side of the river. And people would say things to me like, "Do you get shot at when you're on your way walking on your way home?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Well, have you ever been robbed?" And I'm like, "Oh, no. We go to your neighborhood to rob people."
Yeah.
Like, why would we rob each other? We all have the same bullshit. We come to your neighborhood.
That's what. When I moved into this neighborhood, my mom was like, "Aren't you afraid that somebody's going to break into your house?" And I was like, "Why would the poor rob the poor? They're going
Right.
to your rich ass neighborhood to rob you." Okay. Like, no, Mom, I feel fine.
Yeah, I don't. But Rockford has this very it's an incorrect belief that there are places in Rockford that are far better than other places. And it doesn't accurately depict really where crime happens. It just depicts where people feel like crime happens.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can figure out correlations there that are related, but this is not a politics channel. So
That happens here too.
Yeah.
I had somebody tell me that down the street, the houses, like he said, 6 blocks that way, the houses get really, really scary and people, the neighborhoods are really, really shady. And I went, 6 blocks that way? And this was 6 blocks that way. And I went, I live 6 blocks that way. And he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, what do you say though when you've dug
Yeah.
yourself this hole?
Yeah, there's no,
Right.
there's
Yeah.
And to be fair, like I don't live in an exceptionally nice neighborhood, but it's mostly families and like
Mm-hmm.
there's
Yeah,
a fire station across the street.
Right. I don't live in a terrible neighborhood. Like you said, my neighborhood is mostly families. We're working class people and we respect our neighbors. And whoever came into my yard that one morning and decided to steal my shit obviously wasn't from around here because I tracked him. Okay. I tracked him. I don't know. He got in a car and disappeared, but no. But I've never had any problems other than that one situation.
Our neighborhood's crime rate has gone up a little bit in the last 3 or 4 years, and that is 100% because they moved the mental health facility over here. And people who are mentally unwell tend to engage in crime.
Yeah.
You know, like they also tend to be addicted to substances because that's how you cope with a mental illness if you don't know what to do with it. Like,
yeah,
I understand why there is crime in my neighborhood and I'm not real stupid about it, but like there is definitely this belief that like I'm over there.
Mm-hmm.
right.
And it's very like that's why Rockford is very frustrating to me because there is this very like you're that kind, we're this kind. And I don't appreciate that at all. So
yeah.
I've had a lot of people ask me if I was afraid of being hung when I was living in West Virginia.
What?
Oh yeah.
But
that's a
we
fucking
have,
jump.
right. But
I wanted to share.
yeah,
I wanted to share my
God.
experiences, Sarah.
and yeah, but you've got to remember that people outside of West Virginia and Western Maryland are all thinking deliverance when they think about where our people are from and where we grew up, you know. And so that, because I get that all the time, like when I tell people where I'm from, they're like, oh, are your family racist? I'm like, no. Well, why would we be?
Like what?
Yeah.
Why would you say that? Like
it's the ignorance of the people who've never been there. You know, like
oh my God,
it's wild times.
Yeah, and it's just like I have a niece who is mixed, and I love her to death. And old people will stop me and be like, "Is that your baby?" And I'm like, "No, but it's my sister's baby. You want to fight?" You know, and it's just.
Fight.
I know. I'm like, it's the ignorance of people, and it's just amazing. So that actually does not surprise me that somebody would ask you that, you know. But then
Just wanted to share.
at the same time, right? Next time somebody tells you or asks you that, Tamara, I'll bring the big Bubba truck and we'll drag them down the road together. Okay.
We'll grab your screwdrivers.
Oh, that's right.
And your
We will
machete.
be angry women together. I'm going with the Post-it notes though, because the more I think about the Post-it notes, paper cuts and lime juice might actually be more torturous than just that machete. I mean, that machete is going to just end it. I need to torture some interrupters.
Oh boy. What does your cup say?
It says, I'm trying to be less of an asshole than I was yesterday. Baby steps. Go fuck yourself. And you know who bought this for me? Minnie Monster.
She knows her mama.
she does.
Really does. She really does. And like, it was funny because she was on the East Coast with her cousins, and her cousins were like, "Oh, your mom's gonna be so mad at you. Oh my gosh." And Minnie Monster just looked at him and was like, "You clearly don't know my mother." And so she had them on FaceTime when she gave me the cup, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's perfect. I love it." And they're like, "I wish our dad was as cool as your mom." I'm like, yeah, well,
Yeah, well, you know.
I know. I know. Sometimes.
Well, we can't all be this awesome.
That's right. That's right.
It's a burden that you have to bear.
I know. Not everyone can just let all the fucks out the window. So. Oh man.
Oh man, I can't even with people, man.
Wait, what?
Said I can't even with people.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
I don't. Like, I just can't even imagine asking someone questions like that.
Hmm. It's very, very weird.
And I worked in psych,
Position
so
to
I
be
had to
put
ask
in.
very uncomfortable questions like, have you ever been sexually abused? Have you ever sexually abused someone else? I've asked people questions like that,
Right.
but I've never,
Yeah,
like, I
but
still
it was
wouldn't
for,
think of
like,
asking those kinds of questions. That's
it's
fucking
like
bizarre.
for work, though. You had like a reason for it. This is just people.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, if
People
you're having
on
a
the street.
conversation about it or something, and, like, you know, or somebody's like, I'm writing a book and I need to figure out, like, what this point of view is or something, but, like, just out of nowhere, you just start asking people questions like that.
Right.
It's
Well,
wild, man.
Bitches be tripping.
And I think that a lot of people assume that, like, and I could be completely off. So by all means, please, if I'm wrong, call me on it. I think that when people are thinking about race and ignorance and all that other stuff, they see and they hear about the stuff that's going on in the Deep South, and they just assume it's everywhere, you know. And it's just kind of like, no, there's definitely a difference. It's a cultural difference. It's the, you know, it's the environment in which you live in, and it's that ignorance because they don't know that environment and they don't know how these things work, that they just automatically assume that anybody, you know, south of the Mason-Dixon line must be some kind of crazy.
Yeah, the U.S.
That's
right
my
now,
husband.
the U.S. right now has a very, like, a lack of understanding of nuance. Like, it just doesn't exist. And I think
Right.
that some of it is, like, when somebody says the South, they just assume it's, like, all of the South. And it's like, no, there's nuance here. Like, this doesn't happen there, and that doesn't happen here, and this,
Right.
you know, this kind of thing is more common in this area, and that kind of thing is more common in that area. But I think people just, they don't, nuance is just really hard.
Right.
It's really easy if you can say, X is bad, Y is good, done.
Right.
Yeah.
I had an argument like that with someone once, and he was ready to die on this hill that he was from Seattle, and he's like, in Seattle, there's no racism. I was like, I don't think you're correct. And he's like, no, I know that I'm right because I have black friends and they don't mind I use the N-word and this, that, and the other. And I'm like,
I'm embarrassed for him.
And like this argument went rounds because this is when I was younger and I had more energy to invest in people's ignorance. These days I would have been like, I think you're wrong. You should really talk to your friends, and they probably think you're a dick, and I'd move on. But at that point I'm like, dude, no, there's no way that this is correct.
Right.
No, it's just racism isn't just in X spot. It doesn't happen just in one place. And
Right.
I feel like now, because this was like before, you know, Twitter was huge and stuff like that. And I feel like now that even though social media does have a lot of flaws, it has helped people to see what is really happening around them and to see outside of their bubbles if they choose to. If they choose to, because you can absolutely choose to have your own little bubble of comfort and not know about what's happening in the world because it's uncomfortable. But if you so choose to learn more, like, it's easier now. You can.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, you can decide to get out of your ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
available.
Yeah.
Key Clavis said, he's delusional. I live in Seattle. Yes, it is.
Well, yeah, and
right?
Yeah. I was gonna say,
I would like to revisit him nowadays and be like, so what do you think?
Right. Have your opinions changed? Has your point of view altered at all? Are you aware of anything you weren't aware of?
I have a cousin.
Still throwing that N-word around?
I have a cousin who went through that. He and I are like really close in age, and when I would have been in high school, we had several conversations, and he was like, yeah, I have black friends and I use the N-word and it's fine. And this last summer when I saw him, we had a family reunion. One of my other cousins, who is notorious for telling racist jokes, and he thinks it's funny, and I was like prepared to peace out. Like I'm not going to stand here. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to be part of this. You want to be a dumbass redneck? That's fine, but I don't have to be here. And the cousin who had told me, 20 years ago, it's fine, said, no, we're not going to listen to that. That's not acceptable. And I believe it's entirely because he moved from a small town in a rural area where he knew no one. There might have been maybe one or two non-white people in his
sphere.
Yeah, in his sphere. To a large city where he encountered other people and other ideas and went, oh, that wasn't appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He grew as a person, and I like him better now.
There were definitely things I did and said when I was younger that I would never now. Yeah. Because I thought it was all right. I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I mean, I did not run around saying the N-word. At one point in time, though, I worked in psych, and at one point in time, I would quote it if somebody said it, and I wouldn't do that now.
Right.
But yeah, but that was the exception. Like, I wouldn't use it otherwise, but I would quote it. I was of the opinion that quoting it brought to light on some level how terrible it was that it was said. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really conceptualize why that didn't really matter.
Right.
So, I can tell you my justification behind it, but that doesn't change that I did it. All I can do now is be different.
I said a lot of things when I was younger that was incredibly ignorant. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it would be absolutely hurtful if, say, for instance, it was in tweets or on my YouTube channel or whatever, where it was public consumption. And I think that people should be allowed that room for growth.
Me too.
And that room to make mistakes. Like, you can make mistakes. That's like my main problem with cancel culture. I think that it's good to hold people accountable, but there's not enough room for nuance and for allowing people to grow from that mistakes. Like, if you point out the mistake and then you expect the immediate apology, and then you don't give the person a chance to really figure out, okay, why is this really bad? And then also, how can I change from now until forever? It's like, you said this 5 years ago, you are an asshole forever. And that doesn't account for how humans work. Because 5 years ago, you're a different person than who you are today.
A while back, I had an old friend from high school who basically asked a direct question about systemic racism. And there was a conversation about it where people spoke and explained what was going on and how they felt about it. And at the end, everybody kind of understood and agreed. It's almost as though if we actually express ourselves, we can get somewhere. That there are absolutely people you're never going to get through to.
Oh, certainly.
For sure. There are people who are not worth the time, but there are definitely people who are worth the time.
Right.
And I would think that
nice.
I would like to think that the vast majority of people are worth the time. Mm-hmm. That when they're asking questions, they are asking from a good place. I think it was Caro was talking about, this is several weeks ago, where she was talking about how to have a conversation.
Yes.
And she talked about you have to divorce yourself from the emotion of the topic when you're asking questions. Because if you allow yourself to, when you are asking questions and you allow yourself to internalize the defensiveness, why are you telling me what I can and cannot say? why are you like, does that make sense? Am I explaining this right? But she was talking about how emotion can really keep us from understanding the other person's point of view and having productive conversation.
I want to
Does that make
link
sense?
that.
And I know that's one of the things I watch a lot of things from the Westboro Baptist Church, and Megan Phelps Roper speaks now since she left. And one of the things she says that was like the turning point for her was the people on Twitter who didn't just tell her to kill herself or die in a fire, but they actually like went to her and said, well, what about these things? And why are we ignoring this? And how is Friday the 13th original? She's gonna go rewatch it. But like, so that's, you know, I don't know, I got sidetracked because I got
The
excited
Westboro
about Friday
Baptist
the 13th.
Church. You were talking about the Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh,
and
but yeah, she says that it was the people on Twitter who spoke to her and told her like, this is why this is wrong, or this is my point of view, or how can you say this and not look at this? And those were the people who made her leave.
Yeah.
So like, obviously it works. If you are indoctrinated the way the Westboro Baptist Church indoctrinates people, and you're still able to get out of it, obviously it worked.
right.
And then she was compassionate enough to go back to them and try to like talk to them and try to engage them differently. And she's, you know, accepted other people who have left, and like that wouldn't happen if they weren't greeted by somebody who wanted to discuss it.
Right.
Right. Wow. This got real.
Yeah,
It got deep.
we do
Got
that.
deep. Damn.
We do that accidentally sometimes. Sorry, guys.
Jeez.
Or you're welcome, whatever.
Right?
Hope
Should
you
we talk
enjoyed.
should we talk about like, I don't know, something asinine? Should we wrap up?
Okay,
Should we
so
have dinner?
We're at like 9:30, so we should probably wrap.
I've spent the last like 5 minutes looking at cat patterns.
Oh, sorry. I started that.
I'm blaming Sarah. There's some really cute ones though.
Cat patterns?
Yeah, patterns of like cat dolls, of little
Okay.
cat figurines, but there's also like cat sweaters.
I'd just
My-
like to point out that there are many blogs on the internet that tell you what size shirts to get for your cats so you can cut the collars off and make them wear collars. So now I have to go to Goodwill so my cats can wear fucking collars.
Wait,
I wish
what?
you-
get baby
I was looking
shirts?
at Data's face.
Baby shirts, and you cut just the collar off so they're just wearing like a little collar with like a tie on it or something. Oh my fucking god, it's adorable.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is for like shits and giggles. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is just to torment them because they live in my house and I feed them.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought maybe it was like mandatory that your cats, even inside cats, had to wear collars. I was like,
No, like a cute
fuck?
collar, like he's gonna go to a
Right,
business
right.
meeting.
okay.
I just found a pattern for a cat beret, like a beret for your cat.
Oh, that would be hated.
Let's see.
I also found my favorite pattern, which is a I actually have some somewhere. It's a drink coaster, but it's a cat butt drink coaster, and like you can get them in different colors. I have a black one and a white one, but so you have the little coaster part, and then in the very center it's pink for their butthole. And it makes me so wrong, and it makes me so happy.
I
I'm gonna go find it now. I'll be right
have
back.
a clutch.
Eva said, my son was gifted a toy set for vet care. It came with a healing cone that fits his cat. Zug Tamoy was so mad at the cone, and she'd do this. She'd like put her arm up and lick the cone to try to clean her arm.
Oh man.
Okay,
I was like,
ignore
you're
the
real
fact.
dumb.
What did I miss?
E-
So
this
even
is-
dirty because, well, I've had a long time. But it's got like the little paws and the little tail, and can you see it? It's got a little pink butthole.
That is terrible.
Oh my
I know,
god.
but it's so much cute.
Oh, that is so funny.
I'm just going to tell you right now, if you give me a coaster and tell me to sit my drink on a coaster, I'm going to somebody else's fucking house. Done.
You know, this is mostly for me. I keep them on my desk. I have several.
Oh,
because,
so your spot doesn't get wet.
Yeah, I drink ice water, and it. So I have right now. I'm using this. It's a giant.
Yeah, every time I go to somebody's house and they're like, "Oh, here, use a coaster," I'm like, "Oh, I've walked into the wrong fucking house." I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't belong here at all.
I just don't want my, like, I don't need my glass to be in the middle of a puddle.
I have Big Lebowski coasters that came with my box set. They don't come out of my box set though. I can't stop
So you
because
have
it just
the
keeps moving.
coasters.
It does. It
I
bounces
know.
up and down.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. They let me do this on the internet whenever I want to, you guys. Like, do you understand this? This is crazy.
That's
Oh,
what we
man.
should like.
We live in
we
the
should
future
like
and it's
post like 30-minute videos with our like sloppy buns and just do like this for
Right?
30 minutes and see. I bet you we would get so many views. So many
Speaking
views.
of, I am working on a compilation or like a thing for a bunch of author tubers. If I haven't hit you up and you are interested in doing something, shoot me a message because a lot of people are having trouble getting it done in the time that I had set up. And quite frankly, I don't care if we push it back a little bit. So if you're interested in doing like a collab, shoot me a message and I'll talk you through it. Also, I was going to do a giveaway tonight because I hit 500 subscribers and blah, 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 blah. But, however, my money is like a whole thing, so I'm going to do the giveaway probably at the beginning of February, just because I don't want to do a giveaway and then not be able to fulfill it right away.
Mm-hmm.
So, just so you guys know, because I did talk about it online a little bit, and I was going to do it today, but I don't want to screw anybody, so.
But you know, life happens. It always gets in the damn
Yeah,
way.
well, and I just like, could I make it work? Maybe, but I also don't want somebody to like win something and then be like, well, was she ever gonna fucking send it to me? Because it's already hard. So
Yeah,
Heard that.
I get you.
done. Okay, should we wrap up?
Yeah, unless
'Cause
you're
I
gonna do
can't
30
stop being
minutes
ridiculous at this
of
point. I know I can't. Like, it's back there just doing its own thing. I don't know how it got there. It's like a rudder.
Yeah, it's like the tail fin of a fish. It's telling you which direction to go.
Okay, I gotta stop. Thank you very much, Mary. Eva said I'll fulfill the giveaway. 84 disclaimers. 3B said it took her 3 months to send a cup. Well, I don't feel as bad then. I appreciate that, you guys, because whew,
Yeah.
I feel the heaviness of the brokenness.
Yeah.
That is a current status.
Oh yeah.
Bad
So,
place to be.
It's,
all right, well, let's wrap up. I'm gonna just pick an order. CJ.
Hello, I'm CJ Blair. You can check out my, I think, Twitter down below. I'm an excellent retweeter. And you can also read my free serial, The South Deer Island Chronicles, which I will start posting on again the end of January, beginning of February.
hooray.
That's exciting. Season 2.
Yes.
That's always the excuse. If you take a hiatus, don't call it a hiatus. It's season 2.
Gotcha.
It's always the
From
answer.
now on, season 2 will begin the end of January, beginning
Yes.
of February.
There you go. Tamara.
So, season 2 of Writer's Workshop is going to begin
I love it.
at the end of this month. We have picked our book, and I'm going to be releasing a video about it tomorrow, but you guys who care and are here, it's called Become a Successful Indie Author. It's by Craig Martell, Martell, Martelle. And yeah, so Writer's Workshop is this panel of readers and writers who talk about a nonfiction writing book at the end of each month. So that's happening. I don't know. I'll be releasing more videos. I'll be doing my live stream next Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern over on my channel. And yeah, that's all.
Awesome. And Dana.
And yay, it's me, the master of nothing. No. As you've seen tonight, I am owned by my animals and a small child. Sure. Anyway, if you want to see more of my madness, you can go to danagollenwrites.com, sign up for my newsletter because season 2 will be coming out soon. And I'm also going to be introducing my alter ego, who is going to be releasing some very sultry things in the next month.
You get saucier?
I get saucier. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
When I'm writing, like, when I'm writing those scenes online, because I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
Oh, anyway, that's me.
All right, and I am Sarah Schreineber, and this is my channel, and there's all kinds of links down below, including the Author Tubers Unite website that I set up. It's basically like tags and stuff right now. I'm still working on it. Please be patient with me, but I'm doing my best. I got links to my books down below, which apparently I decided not to tell anybody about for like, I don't know, 3 years. I have like Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Snapchat, Patreon, shirts, cups. Yeah, I got all that down there. And then I've got a whole bunch of links to all my other friends, even the ones who aren't here. So you can click on those as well and go subscribe to their channels. So, and that does it for tonight. And we will see you guys later.
Bye.
It's not disconnecting because it's a C unit.